welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know we about to get it in, right? But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Hit your notification bells, put them on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel. It's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled, and even more so, I'm appreciative, man. Couldn't do without you. So I got a video coming up later on. I'm doing a double up today on this channel because it's a super day, right? So I got a double up coming, man. And I actually had an idea, and I wanted to tell you about a couple of my homegirls, man. So we'll save that title, that super, for later. But I've been seeing what's going on with this, and I wanted to do my homework on it, man. Super piruja. For those of you that don't know what piruja is, I can't tell you on YouTube because they might ban me. But let's just say this. It ain't good, right? Super piruja girlfriend deports her old man for cheating. Hey, there's women right now that are tuned in like, that's what that babosa gets. That's what that fucker gets. Fuck with me one time and see what happens. Hey, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. I've learned that several times over. Just leave them chicks alone, bro. Or don't even leave them alone. Just don't even leave them. Just walk away slowly, because you don't want to turn your back on a woman that's mad at you because she gonna stick the knife all the way in it. You think, hey, it's bad on a 180 yard, a 4 yard? Shit. Cheat on your old lady and see what happens, So you're gonna wish you were on that yacht with the big bad wolf. You know what I mean? Because she'll huff, puff, and blow your candle out. And that's it for you. But I seen a video the other day, man. I seen where this chick literally took her old man, tricked him, told him she was taking him to Magic Mountain and all that, played the nice role. Imagine a woman that's that maniacal, that diabolical. She's on demon time, homie. That she can sit there, smile in your face. Hey, guess what? We're going to go to Magic Mountain. So the get down was like this, basically. She told him, and she took the Super Piruja fucking name title from one of my homegirls. She got it now. This chick is on a different level. She holds the crown. She's the champion. You know, WWE, get out the way. There's a new fucking champion in town. So what this chick did was she actually went to her old man, found out he was cheating, or he was stepping out on her, whatever, however you want to say it, and decided that because he was an undocumented, illegal, right? Basically, he didn't have papers or whatever. That's what they're saying. She decided she was going to fucking be la migra and deport his ass. She was going to take it upon herself to drop his ass off back home. Like, okay, motherfucker, you want to cheat on me in America? We're going to drop your ass off in Mexico. Straight up. So what she did was she got this plan together, and I don't know who helped her, how she decided to do this, but this is the cold part of the game motherfuckers ain't up on. Paisas, watch this. Porque you can't understand it, but watch it, because it's like touch it. It's Braille, homie. I'm going to give it to you in high def, 3D. What this chick decided to do, right, for those of you that haven't heard this story yet, she told her old man, undocumented, hey, and she already knew he was cheating on her, we're going to go to Magic Mountain. So this vato was all happy. This paisa was like, hey, ¿sabes qué, man? Puro Magic Mountain, right? Para lo más triste. He was all happy. He wanted to go to the sad mountain, Magic Mountain. He wanted to go ride him a roller coaster, right? He wanted to go with the bumper cars. But he had already been bumping his car into another chick, and that's what got him in this fucking predicament in the first place. So this vato got all happy. He packed his his bags. He got his backpack, JanSport backpack. He thought he was all the shit, right? This guy, I'm going to Magic Mountain. Puta. He probably called all his paisa homeboys. Hey, what are you doing this weekend, eh? They're like, yeah, no, we're going to kick it. We're going to drink. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm going to a Magic Mountain. Where? To a Magic Mountain. Oh, you're going to a fucking mountain where they grow magic mushrooms? No, I'm going to a Magic Mountain. You know, right there by LA, right? So he was all happy. Only that's not where he ended up. He ended up way deep in the jungles of Michoacan somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's scared with no way to get back and not $1 in his pocket. So what his old lady did was she told me, hey, we're going to Magic Mountain. It's all good. We're going to go spend a day out there or a couple of days. So this vato packed his bags. He's lucky the chick had enough sympathy in her little bitty black heart to let him pack a bag, right? Saskia, she's like, put more in your bag, put more. But I thought you said it's only for one day. Yeah. This day is going to be a long day, right? So she decides to drive. She's going to drive. Now, riddle me this, gente. Just explain this to me. I don't know about this paisita, but I know the way to Magic Mountain, right? And the moment we got off the freeway and started to hit gravel roads, some ain't right. When I see Mexican flags all across the fucking frontera, You're telling me this guy slept through all this shit? You're telling me that he didn't know what was up? Let me give you guys the rundown on what exactly happened, because I've seen the true story. I've seen people speak on it, and I've seen the actual chick speak on it that did this, right? And why she did this. So when she found out he was cheating, she came up with this plot. One of her homegirls actually told her, hey, this is what it is, man. This is what you should do. At first, she laughed about it like, nah, I'm just going to break up with him. I'm going to leave him. I'm going to clown him. I'm going to sleep with one of his homeboys. And you know, all the Pisces are, you know how all the Pisces are. They don't give a shit about none of that respect shit. They be sitting there like, you know, especially if it's a fat white chick. Then it's really on. But she wasn't. She was a Mexicana or Chicana. So what she did was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to do it then. I'm going to take him. But she had to figure out a way to take him. So, get them all happy. Magic Mountain was the diversion tactic. I guess this Vato's whole life dream was to go to Magic Mountain. You know, usually paisas, they want to buy a rancho, a whole bunch of cows, and they're pura, right? But his big fucking Americano fucking dream was, I want to go to Magic Mountain when I grow up. So she knew that, so she played off of it. So, she decides to drive. Now, I don't know about you, but if my chick is this enthusiastic and surprise me. I've never had a chick surprise me. Hey, we're going to go here. Usually I dictate the program. See, I'm not submissive. I'm the dominant in the situation. Usually I say, hey, we're going to go to Magic Mountain. That's how I would have done it. She'd been like, but I don't want to go. My hair's not done. I don't care. Throw it up like, fuck it. Let's go. Jump in the bucket. That's usually how I go. And usually a chick, hey, can I drive? Are you kidding me? Have you ever watched yourself drive? No. Well, I have. Hell no. Right? Not saying women can't drive. I'm just saying at the same time, That's how my mentality would have been. Like, fuck that. I'm trying to make it to the roller coaster. I'm trying to die at the roller coaster, not before we get there to the roller coaster. And driving with you is like driving on a roller coaster. All we got to do is go around the block twice. Fuck it. We've been to Magic Mountain. I'm cool, right? So anyways, this guy jumps in the whip with this chick and she says, I'm going to drive. And like a fucking idiot, this Vato says, oh yeah, he has enough confidence and enough trust in the chick he's cheating on to go to sleep. So this Vato crashes out. And you know, she was probably looking at him with a fierro in her hand, a knife in her hand, like, okay, I'm going to cut your fucking chorra. Watch, just watch, puto, right? I don't know how far they had to drive, but you had to stop at a gas station. You had to realize somewhere along the way, like, hey, Magic Mountain is that way, right? This Vato don't know where the fuck he's going. Oh, but he was going to find out, right? So in a super piruja way, what I mean by super piruja is she's the most scandalous chick possible. Other than the two chicks I'm going to tell you guys about later, they were just a little bit more scandalous. They were hood scandalous. They were for the streets, straight up. So anyways, as this chick is driving, this Vato's fucking all crashed out. He's thinking about cotton candy and un corn dog. Okay, yeah. You see, I got soup. I take ketchup. Yeah, I take ketchup. No mustard. I'm Mexican. No mayonnaise, chile, only on corn. Right, he's over there all knocked out. Fucking having dreams of balloons, fucking roller coasters, and the merry-go-round, right? Oh, the merry was going to go around, all right? It was going to go around through the border, over the mountains, past the Rio Grande, to Michoacan, puto. That's where it was going to go. So anyways, you're trying to tell me that this chick's plot worked. This Vato never woke up the whole time? This Vato must have been tired from boning the other chick all night. Hey, so as she's driving, imagine what's going through her head. I can only imagine. She's looking at him, he's snoring. Tacos and Arby's. Right? And she's looking at him like, oh yeah, you're tired, puto. Okay, let's see where your sleep gets you. Imagine falling asleep in America and waking up in a jungle. That's exactly what happened to this Vato. She took him deep too. She didn't just drop him off in TJ. She took him, right? She made it past the frontera. Past the border. Now, I don't know about you guys. If you've ever been to Mexico, I've been there a couple times. Usually, there's a lot of cars. There's more cars coming back from Mexico than there is going into Mexico. That's just how it always is. But if you're lucky and you're just having a good day, you might only have 10 cars in front of you. But they make people wait because they're searching cars and they snatch you up at random. So you're trying to tell me that this paisita, undocumented, is asleep. And they didn't ask for his ID. They didn't ask for nothing. They didn't wake him up. He didn't say, hey, what the fuck's going on? No, somehow, and this is the story, but I'm going to tell you guys the true story. Somehow, this chick was able to just let him sleep. No, my old man, he's comfortable. Let him sleep, right? And that she only had to show her documents to make it into Mexico to drive all the way to Michoacan to drop his ass off. I call a bullshit. That's not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. What happened when, this is the true story. This is straight pura, 10-5 a key. What happened was, when they got to the border, she did take his ass down there. This Vato woke up like, Hell no, I don't want to go, right? They snatched us up out the vehicle. She pulled up and told the border patrol, hey, this my old man, only he's my ex-old man, and he's undocumented. She gave him up. That's a cold game, a cold twist for a woman to do that to a man, right? I've seen other crazy shit that's happened, but nothing to this point or to this degree. It's got every paisa in America on alert right now. Looking at their old ladies right now like, bitch. I say, what? Right? Hey, nobody, there's not a paisa in America right now that wants to jump in a vehicle with their old lady. Period. They're like, hey, and there's a white chick right now watching this, like she's watching the ID channel, you know, trying to learn how to kill her old man. All tuned in. Do you know how much views that video got when people told that story? It's crazy, viral type shit, right? Like everyone's plotting and planning. Hey, so if your old lady tells you tomorrow, something's wrong with your papers, you're trying to get them together, and she tells you, hey, vámonos a la Disneyland. It ain't for Mickey Mouse here, puto. She's boning your neighbor, and she's going to take you, drop you off, and come back, and Herman's going to get the peewee. Straight up. Or he's going to give her the peewee. The Mecca Lecca High. What's up, ho? And it's on. So hey, this is a PSA for all paisas. Just walk to work. Don't even have your old lady drop you off, because you might not make it to the jale. And no, we're picking camotes. It's that way. Yeah, motherfucker, you're going to be picking onions in Brazil. She's taking you to a different spot. Now, it's crazy that this guy was manipulated into it. But if he was cheating, then I'm one of those like, hey, homie, that's part of the game. It's a casualty of war. You got caught, and now you're caught up. Okay? And imagine what that guy's thinking right now. And what I hear is they're trying to charge the chick with, you know, nothing's going to happen. If anything, she's an American hero, right? You know, I mean, she did that. But imagine how the vato's feeling right now, walking around fucking TJ all sad and shit with a suitcase. Sasuke with the fucking I want to go to Magic Mountain t-shirt that he had made, right? It's just all bad. You know, he's going to go over there and he's going to realize like, hey, she bamboozled me. She bean-boozled you, homie. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was a fucking tutti frutti jelly bean that tastes like a Juanitos fucking drink. But really, it was dead socks or fish taste or whatever it was. The shit that me and Dubs be eating that fucking had me throwing up. I'm telling you guys. Look, I had a homegirl pull a fast one on the homeboy too. Not to the degree of Mexico, but it's a similar story. So I have a homeboy, Angel, right? He's in Mexico, deported right now. Solid homeboy working at a call center somewhere in TJ. He was a paisa. He was a homie though, right? He was a norteño. And he had like a heavy accent, but he was the homie. He was the homie, like he'll stab the shit out of you. There was no doubt about that. Cool part was his brother was a super sureño, like super Southsidered out. It was a trip. You know, they looked almost identical. One time I seen his brother, I was like, what's up, Bene? He was like, ese. From that moment, I said, well, fuck it. I'm going to get back to saying ese because that pertains to everybody. But it was him. So anyways, this homeboy, at one time, he was balling out of control. Like he was that man. He went into the pinta, came out, man. I don't know how he made it back out with what type of to what degree of fake paperwork he used, but he made it back out. And I remember it was in the hood, everyone was like, oh, the homeboy Angel's back, right? And he was a solid dude. I've told stories about him, man, how he ultimately got whacked and removed just because he wanted to go in the pod with the homies and he didn't stay in a certain building and they were tripping on it. Like, it's fucked up, man. Some of the things norteños have to go through, man. And now everyone's like, oh, he's no good. He's no good. All he did was transfer building to building. He just wanted to be around the homies. I guess he should have stood where the paisa stayed. Anyways, so trip out. This was a solid homie. We had a little crew of homeboys at the time. I used to fuck with them tough. Well, I got to backtrack on the story a little bit. About 2 years prior, I met this chick, right? And this was one of the homeboy. He wasn't a homeboy. He was just like someone that hung around the norteños. He was a wild ass dude. He's a skateboarder and shit. I met his sister. And immediately I went from being his friend to his sister's friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she had a big ass. And so me and her were cool. We'd flirt, lightweight flirt. But at the time I had an old lady. So I wasn't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal to a certain point. So I was being loyal to that point. I was almost at that point at that time. But one day I go to check on the homeboy. His name was Rudy. I went to go check on him like, hey, what's up with Rudy? And his sister was there looking spectacular. And one thing led to 10 others, right? And next thing you know, it's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the beast. I was giving her the beast. And she was fucking woo, 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 like the police. There you go, right? So it became a thing between me and her where I'm just killing the game, right? But she became a little fatal. She became a little fatal where she's getting real fatal. We'll get back to Angel in a minute. Watch it all pieces together. Bear with me. So as she gets a little fatal on me, I don't really want nothing to do with it. Plus my old lady's acting right. So I'm trying to get back over here. I'm just trying to kill some shit. You know what I mean? I like Arby's. I don't like the cheese sauce. I don't like the fucking bun. I just get straight to the roast beef. That's what I'm on, right? So I'm on the Arby game, and her shit was, right? It was like a blooming fucking, you know, I always think of the fucking city Petaluma, and I think Arby's. It's like petals. Anyways, she becomes fatal, and I mean fatal to the point she's calling my phone. My old lady's tripping on me. Why does this chick keep calling your phone? I saw she's, you know, she's trying to, the homeboy's trying to get a hold of me. It doesn't work. She's mad. Everyone's mad. I'm like sad. So I go over there one time to like, hey man, you gotta stop, girl. And she has this homegirl there. Now I ain't gonna lie, her homegirl was about 2'2", right? She was a little big, but she was hella pretty. And the way she looked at me is like I was like a piece of carne. And at that point, I was willing to be. You know, if that was what's going to make the other chick fall off. So I kind of look at her and give her the eye. She gives me the eye behind her homegirl. And we never acted on it. Whatever. So finally, I get this fatal attractive ass chick off me. She ends up with a black dude, and he's giving her manguera, and she likes his water hose. So everything's good. You know, it happens like that. Once the black guy comes in the picture, the Mexican chick don't want you no more. Straight up. So she's over there now. So it's about 6 months later, and I'm going through with my chick. I get locked up. The chick that I'm with at this time was just a girlfriend, not a baby mama or nothing, just a girlfriend. She does her thing while I'm locked up. So I'm like, man, when I get out, I ain't trying to trip off that bitch. Nothing like that. So I move in with a homegirl. Now I have a homegirl. Her old man is like a high-ranking norteño, like vicious. But that was like a spot where all the homeboys could go. She'll let him move in for a while. You know, a homegirl like that. Like no one tried to bone her. Like she was into paisas while he was locked up. And this was the deal. You don't tell about what I do in my house, and you can stay here as long as you want. Deal. Can I get a mamon? No. Okay. You know what I mean? We're going to have to rework the deal one of these days. So I was kind of honored, but she wasn't feeling that. But I got me a room. I'm chilling. Well, one day that chick, not the chick that was all fatal, her friend happens to be friends with that chick. And she was like, hey, I got a homegirl that wants to meet you. All right, cool. And I see her and I remember her and she remembers me. And I ain't going, hey, there was 230 all over those walls. I ain't gonna lie. Have you ever lifted up 230? Well, I have several times. I'm gonna tell you right now. She hit her head on the iron because I was ironing my khakis. It's supposed to spray it on, right? I was doing my thing. Fucking iron landed on her head on the ground. She just took it like a champ and just kept backing up to it. It was just a good day. She became a little bit fatal too, right? I guess it was the size of the pole. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the beast, right? So she became a little fatal, but not as much. So, all right, let's get back to Angel. So, it's a year later, man. We're all partying all the time. The homeboy just got out the pinta, everything. And this chick, one day he's like, hey, man, my chick, she be tripping on me, bro. She's all fatal attraction. I hadn't seen her, his chick. And I'm not tripping off the homeboys, old ladies. I've never been like that. Like, I don't care how good they look. I won't even take a second look at them because that's the homeboy's righteous old lady. It's different if it's just some hood rat everyone's fucking killing. But if it's just, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some morals and values and standards about yourself. And I've never been one to be like, hey, man, I'm going to clap your old lady chick. But the moment they break up and they don't have no kids and he says, go, green light, you know what I mean? Go. I'm like that fucking shit, the Squid Games. I stop. And then when he says go, I go again. You know, so that's me. So anyways, this chick comes to the party and it's the one. The friend of the friend is the fatal one. The one that I just boned with the iron hit her head. And she sees me and she looks at me like, don't say nothing. Because my homeboy, like, he acts like he's not jealous, but Navato trip, right? Navato's known to use knives, so I'm kind of like, you don't say nothing, right? This is something between us that happened. You still got the iron marks right here. But that will always let me know that you know that I know. And everything was good for a long time, right? Until eventually she said, I fucked your homeboy. He was like, which one? I was like, me, bro. I'm just going to say it straight up, but it was back in the days before you guys met. Does that count? He says, it doesn't count. I said, well, good then. Yeah, I'm on the shit out of it. Right? So, this chick was the piruja of all pirujas. We used to call her the linebacker. Before Sheila had the fucking title, Reggie White, the linebacker, this was Tom Rathman. This was Michael Strahan. She had a gap in her teeth too, like Michael Strahan's crazy too. The pipa didn't fit, but I can't squeeze it through. That's another story for a bedtime story. It's different. Anyways, so this chick, one time she comes over, man, and she tells the homeboy, hey, I'm going to take you. Now, remember, the homeboy's undocumented too. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to take you over here to my family's house, whatever. So he's like, hey, I'm going to go with my chick. They were in good standings. But what happened was we had a pajama jammy jam. You guys ever seen House Party? About a week before that, we invited all kinds of chicks. We're playing strip poker. Hey, chicks started stripping down. The homeboys are all walking around in their boxers and shit. There was a homeboy in Tarantaras. We were clowning him like, bro, if you don't put some sweats on and stop it, right? It's your little old peep out. Get out of here. But she came. Everyone was like, oh, the linebacker's here. The homeboy went and hid in the closet. She came bulldozing bitches and tripping on us. And her, where's my old man? I know he's here. I smell his dick. I'm like, I don't know, right? And so it was all bad. So she plotted and she planned. She drove this motherfucker all the way out to Arizona, talking about she's going to meet her family in Arizona. Hey, this fool's on the phone with us like, yeah, bro, hey, I'm going to go to Arizona. Fool was, woo. That motherfucker called us about 6 hours later. Like, hey, fool, come pick me up. I'm stuck in Arizona. And por qué? ¿Por qué? I said, por qué? Your fucking paisa left your old lady. Hey, that's how it went down. So I've seen it happen, not to the degree of Mexico. Thank God she didn't do it. Eventually, the homeboy ended up going to the county jail. I've told you the story, man. If you haven't tapped into the story, he was in a building. He wanted to be moved with the homeboys in the active building. They ended up putting him, because he was undocumented, they put him with the paisas. He didn't want to be with the paisas. He wanted to be with the northerners. And he asked the cop for a transfer over there, and the homeboys whacked him for leaving the GP, I guess. I don't know, man. It was crazy. Solid ass homeboy. But that chick to me was always super piruja, like scandalous. She would do the homeboy scandalous. Very scandalous. Like she could fuck everyone in the neighborhood, but he couldn't. Tell me how that works. That ain't fair. You know what I mean? But it's all right because she wasn't with me and I had already killed that. So, you know what I mean? Did I kill it years later? Angel, I'm here to tell you I did. But that was just in memory of you, bro. One time we got together. I was like, where's Angel? He's locked up. He's in Mexico somewhere on the call center. I was like, well, fuck it. I can't call him. But boom, there we go. Anyways, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. Now, I tell you this story because it's like viral news or whatever. But can you believe that chick took her old man to Mexico? What is he thinking right now? I wonder what's going through his head. This ain't San Diego no more, homie. Yeah, that's Mexicali. That's fucked up, man. People are crazy nowadays. They'll just drive your ass over the border. Go back, Mexican. Like, damn. She could have did other things, man. She could have, you know what I mean? She could have called me. I'd have boned her. And there's a lot of different things she could have done. Instead, she decided to deport her old man. That's scandalous. I'm telling you right now, just earlier today, I seen paisas walking to the field. They're scared. They are not trying to ride in cars with women right now. So PSA out to all the paisas, trucha, because it's on the gun.